I've been thinking that Splatoon 3 would come somewhere around summer of 2022, but then I saw something in the trailer that had me rethinking the release window. Or I should say, it was something that I didn't see in the trailer. I was super sick during the Direct, and in fact, I didn't even start watching the Direct until just before the Splatoon 3 trailer played. Great timing, I know, but luckily for me it meant that I had the rest of the Direct to watch, and that's why I noticed something that was missing in the Splatoon 3 trailer. The disclaimer. The piece of text that the vast majority of trailers have that says something along the lines of, "This game is in development," or "This is not actual game footage," or something like "Things may change, so don't cry and whine when they do," yet I'm sure plenty still will. The first trailer had the disclaimer, "Not actual gameplay footage." The OLED Switch ad, though having nothing game specific, was filled with disclaimers. These are important things that companies put in. This is why so many trailers have them right up until the time that the game is ready to go. Yet, it wasn't in the Splatoon 3 trailer. Now, this could be a mistake or even an oversight, but I still think it's worth talking about. There's also a caveat to all of this, but more on that later. Again, I was thinking that Splatoon 3 would drop somewhere in summer, but without the disclaimer, as long as it was intentional, it would make it seem as though the game is much closer. We could be seeing the test fire in January or February, with Splatoon 3 being the March release. This would give them time to balance some things before summer, as well as getting the content rolling in and some Splatfests. Why does this matter? Well, because they can do Worlds for E3, as part of their advertisement drive around E3 to get a lot of eyes on the game. They could always release Splatoon 3 around E3, which was my original thought, but releasing early allows them to show off content updates in their E3 Direct instead of just the new game. Content updates to new games attract players. It's a big part of why Splatoon games launch so bare bones, so they can constantly update. It's their way of keeping the meta always changing, the game always changing, and keeping the hype around the game at all times. Add in Splatfest and the social media campaigns around them, and you get a lot of people talking about Splatoon in a very public place very often, something key to attracting new players. Now, with all that said, I did mention a caveat. If this game is ready to go, what's with the inkjet recall marker? The trailer is consistently playing the same fight from different angles. Because of this, we know which weapons have which specials. The issue with the inkjet recall, it's the splash that's missing in that scene, and at that point in time, they should be using the Zipcaster. It would seem that the inkjet recall is the placeholder for the Zipcaster recall. It could always be the devs just sneaking in the inkjet recall to see if we notice, but from the way the trailer plays out, it doesn't seem to be the case. We also know that Zipcaster has its own recall icon. I feel like this also makes things point more towards the inkjet recall being a placeholder. Now, of course, these things can change rather quickly, so maybe the Zipcaster icon was just put in the game as the trailer was coming together. Or maybe they're still far out from launch. We really have no way of knowing. But it's an interesting topic, so let's hear your thoughts on it. Does the lack of disclaimer change your mind at all? When do you think Splatoon 3 will launch? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you're looking for a community for more Splatoon talk, or just to find people to play games with, there's an invite to my Discord server in the description. Until next time, have a great day.